Hi, my name is Ray Campbell, Senior Technical Service Advisor for FS Curtis. In this video, we're going to explain the proper way to do an oil sampling. If you had any way to determine how to prevent catastrophic failure or unforeseen issues with your compressor, oil analysis is the way to go. The oil in the compressor is like the blood in your body. You go to the doctor, you have blood work done, and that blood work will advise the doctors of what's going on inside your body. That way they know what to do for preventable measures. The same thing with the oil sample. When we get the oil sample reports back, it'll tell us the percentage of contaminants, whether it's ingested, ambient conditions, any corrosions, any oil breakdown, viscosity changes, or total acid numbers. The way we recommend that you take an oil sample from the compressor is after the compressor has been running, turn it off, lock out, tag out your electrical power for safety reasons, isolate the compressor from any airline system, and make sure the sump pressure is at 0. Let the compressor set for approximately 5 to 10 minutes. Once the compressor has been sitting there for that amount of time, locate the drain valve on the bottom of the sump tank, right here. We recommend that you take a container that you can dispose of the oil that's in the bottom of the sump tank, and we need to purge that oil to remove any settled contaminants or water. Once you take that sample or that purge, you can dispose of it properly. Then you take the oil sample bottle, and because the oil is hot, you only fill it up 3/4 of the way up to the third line on the bottle. This prevents the lid or the cover of the bottle from blowing off due to heat. Once you put the cover back on, in the kit, part number VO701-POL, which comes in our service kits, there is a label. And the label has all the information on it that needs to be filled out. Once your oil sample is taken and your information is filled out on the paperwork that comes in the oil sampling kit, and the labels are affixed to the bottle, and it's packaged up and it's sent off to the closest oil analysis lab, we'll get an oil sample report back and we'll review that. In the upper right hand corner of the oil analysis report, you'll see 0 to 4. 0 being absolutely nothing wrong with the oil, and 4 being red, which is critical. Comments down here will tell you what to address, what to look for, and what's causing the oil conditions to be at the elevated level that they are. There are also wear metals, parts per million, contaminants, parts per million, multiple source metals, parts per million, additive metals, parts per million. You can see here where you have an increase in your zinc over the last few oil sample reports, but they're not concerned about it because your indicator up here is still green. Down here you have a sample information, which is your date of sample, the date received of the samples, the lubrication or the hours on the oil, the hours on the unit, the lubrication change, the lubrication added, how many gallons, and the filter change, yes or no. Then over here it's contaminants. It'll tell you the fuel dilution, the soot or water, depending upon if that's relevant to our oil, and then the fluid properties. Viscosity, tested at 40 degrees Celsius drip rate, CST test. Viscosity at 100 degrees Celsius drip rate, CST test. Acid number is the critical number that we look at the most. Anything less than 1.0 is considered in the green. Normal oil starting out with our oil is a 0.24 acid number. When it gets above 1.0, it'll be recommended to change the oil as soon as possible. Anything higher than a 2.0, you will be advised to change the oil immediately.